Hello and welcome to a Monster Mechanics mini episode. Today we will be going to be talking about various kinds of Medusas.
So for everyone who isn't familiar, the Medusa is the snake-headed creature that can turn you to stone with a look.
Yes, and we're going to ignore the turning to stone bit and mostly just talk about the fact that she's often depicted as a woman with lots of snakes instead of hair.
Mm-hmm.
And one of our Twitter followers, at Confusion Doodle, sent us a tweet from an artist named Teal Sather of the Untitled Goose Monstress, which is a woman with goose heads for her hair, called the Medusa. That's just an idea that's banging on all cylinders right there.
I love it.
So we had to talk about it.
Okay, what exactly are we talking about with this take on Medusas?
We're just mostly going to talk about what other animals could you have instead of hair? Like, what are our other options here?
Are there any limits we're setting for ourselves?
No, I can't, nothing comes to mind, but if you say something too ridiculous, maybe I'll put the squash on you.
Too ridiculous.
No, okay.
Have you listened to our show?
Okay. Give me an idea and we'll go from there.
I mean, if we're sticking with kind of like that serpentine-esque nightmare fuel, there's always the bobbit worm.
Oh God, the bobbit worm. Yeah, those are gross. Man, you can pick almost anything underwater and you'll get all kinds of monsters, but the bobbit worm is particularly bad.
Just nasty little nightmare tentacle that grabs fish and sucks them into its head.
Yeah. I'll put a link in the show notes for the bobbit worm.
All right.
With a little bit of a warning on it because it's nightmare inducing. The one that came to mind was the which I ended up naming even the Mermedusa.
The Mermedusa
is a mermaid, and I'm thinking eels for hair, just as a straight
Sure.
This is the aquatic palette swap of the regular Medusa.
There you go. Yeah. They couldn't bother to create a new skeleton for the model, so they just
no, they didn't want to re-rig it. Getting turned into stone underwater has got to be an extra.
Maybe it turns into
problem.
Salt underwater.
It just dissolves. Like pumice stone, so you end up floating.
Nice.
Okay, what else could you do? Anything kind of long and serpentine is great.
But what if you didn't go the long and serpentine?
If you didn't go that way, it gets honestly, just other human heads is really bad.
Do they have to be heads? Could it just be a bunch of baby hands sticking out of a head?
Oh God, baby hand. Yeah. That would be bad. Or I mean, not even just hands. I mean, the whole arm, like a whole baby arm with the little fat chubby fingers and stuff.
Ugh.
And all articulated and stuff and moving, kind of in that, when wind blows through grass and you get that kind of wave look. If we're going to be talking about not heads, then we have to at least mention tentacles, which is not an original idea. It's been done lots of times.
Sure, yeah.
But would be naturally bad. Although almost always you'll see cephalopod, like tentacle arms.
Mm-hmm.
You could make a good case for jellyfish tentacles, which are real proper tentacles.
Oh yeah. Ugh.
And those are stingy and really fine. Oh yeah. I'll put a link to if I remember correctly, it's the lion's mane jellyfish, which is just awesome looking.
Well, that'd be kind of an interesting tie into how the Medusa is known to turn things to stone if it has that paralytic venom in those tentacles.
Yeah, that would be a more biological mechanism for that whole idea.
Yeah. We could go the other end and just have something utterly ridiculous like pugs or something. Just a bunch of goofy wall-eyed dogs sticking out of your head.
God. What about go way back in time? We'll have to change scale a little bit, but I'm thinking the Stegosaurus tails with the spiky bits on the end. Which, by the way, those have a name. They are called Thagomizers.
Thagomizer. That's amazing.
Yeah, it comes from a Gary Larson, a Far Side comic, where he made up the name for the thing on the end of a Stegosaurus's tail, and then paleontologists just adopted it.
I love it. What if he went really horrific and instead of having anything protruding, you just had holes?
Oh no, we can't go there. No, it's too bad. No,
just like a lotus blossom.
Oh God, yeah, or
the Suriname toads.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, I'm out. Okay, that's it. Episode over.
A bunch of eggs in there.
I'm ending it here. Episode is now over. Next week is going to be we are fixing the Umplebee. All right, bye.
You're in for a treat. Bye.
Thank you for joining us on this Monster Mechanics mini episode. Please let us know what you think would be the best Medusa hair at our Twitter thread linked in the description below, or you can just hit us directly at MonsterMPod. This episode was produced and edited by Scott Paladin and hosted by Scott Paladin and Zach Jaquays. All of the ideas generated during these episodes are released under a do what the fuck you want public license.